Hello, everyone, and welcome to the English Cafe channel. I'm John.
And I'm Emily. Thanks for joining us.
Today, we have a great topic. We're going to talk about something everyone has in their life: friends.
That's right. Friendship is so important, but it can also be tricky sometimes. We'll talk about making friends, keeping friends, and everything in between.
And we'll do it all in simple, easy to understand English. So, are you ready? Let's start with our first topic: making new friends as an adult.
Before we begin, we want to ask you to hit that like button and subscribe. We have a podcast every day or so. Thanks again for joining us. Okay, John, first question. Why is it sometimes hard to make new friends when we are adults?
Oh, that's a big one. I think it's because our lives get so busy. We have work, maybe family, and less free time than when we were kids or in college.
Right. And people also move around a lot for jobs, so you might leave old friends behind.
Exactly. So, what can people do? How can adults make new friends?
Well, a great way is to join a group or a class for a hobby you enjoy.
Like a painting class or a hiking group?
Exactly. You meet people who like the same things you do, which gives you something to talk about right away.
That makes sense. It feels more natural.
Another tip is to reconnect with old friends, maybe someone you lost touch with. A simple message online can be a great way to start a conversation again. You already know them, so it's less scary than meeting someone completely new.
That's a great idea. And when you're at a class or a social event, how do you start a conversation? It can be scary. A simple way to start is to comment on your shared situation. For example, if you're in a cooking class, you could say to the person next to you, "Wow, your pasta looks amazing. I'm having a little trouble with mine." This opens the door for a friendly chat.
Now, let's talk about the different kinds of friends we have, because not all friendships are the same, right?
Totally. You have your best friends, for example, the ones you can tell anything to, your secrets, your worries. They know the real you and support you no matter what.
And you might only have one or two of those in your life.
Right. Then you have other types, like work friends. You enjoy talking to them at the office, but maybe you don't hang out much on the weekend.
Yes, and activity friends too. The friend you play tennis with or the friend you go to the gym with.
It's good to have all these different types. It makes life richer. But that leads to a difficult topic. What happens when a friendship ends?
Oh, a friendship breakup. That can be really painful. Sometimes it hurts as much as a romantic breakup.
It really can. What should you do when you feel a friendship is over?
Well, if you want to save it, you could try to talk to your friend. Maybe say something like, "Hey, I feel like we haven't connected lately. Is everything okay?"
That's a gentle way to start. But if the friendship is unhealthy or just isn't working, sometimes you have to let it go.
It's sad, but it's important to allow yourself to feel sad, remember the good memories, and then focus on moving forward.
That's a mature way to look at it. On that topic, have you ever heard of ghosting? It's when a friend suddenly stops all communication without any explanation. No calls, no messages, nothing. It can be very confusing and hurtful.
Oh, ghosting is tough. It's really painful to be left without answers. It can make you question yourself and the friendship. My advice is to remember that ghosting is more about the other person's inability to communicate than it is about you. If it happens, allow yourself to be sad, but don't let it destroy your self-confidence.
That's wise advice. So, what about when a friendship isn't ending but just feels uneven, like one person is doing all the work?
Oh, yes, when you are always the one who calls, who makes the plans.
Exactly. It can make you feel like they don't care as much.
I think you can try talking to them. Maybe they don't realize they're doing it. Or you could pull back a little. Stop putting in so much effort and see what happens.
If they notice and start reaching out, that's great. If they don't, then you have your answer.
That's a really good point, John. It's about recognizing when a friendship is no longer serving you. This actually brings to mind another important topic, friendship red flags. What are some warning signs that a friendship might not be healthy?
That's a fantastic question, Emily. A big red flag for me is when a friend is consistently negative or critical. If you leave a conversation feeling drained or bad about yourself, that's a sign something is wrong. Another one is a friend who is not happy for your successes. A true friend celebrates with you. If they seem jealous or dismissive of your achievements, that's a warning sign.
That's a very clear explanation. Another red flag could be a friend who is consistently negative or critical. If you feel drained or bad about yourself after spending time with them, that's a sign the friendship might be unhealthy. It's important to be around people who lift you up.
That's a big one. Another red flag is a friend who is constantly negative or critical. If you leave a conversation feeling bad about yourself more often than not, that's a sign the friendship may be unhealthy. A good friend should lift you up, not bring you down.
That's a really important one. A true friend should make you feel good about yourself, not worse. So if you notice these red flags, it might be time to take a step back and think about the friendship. It's not about being perfect, but about feeling respected and supported. Speaking of friendships changing, what about big life events like getting married, having kids, or moving to a new city?
Those are huge changes. Suddenly, your friend has a lot less free time or they live thousands of miles away.
So you have to adapt. Maybe you can't see each other every week, but you can schedule a video call once a month.
Right, it's about quality, not quantity. The friendship looks different, but it can still be strong.
That's so true, which brings up another important idea, setting boundaries. What does that mean in a friendship?
Setting a boundary means saying no when you need to. It's about protecting your time and energy. For example, if a friend asks for a favor, but you're exhausted,
Right, you can say, I'd love to help, but I just can't right now. It's not mean, it's healthy. A good friend will understand.
that's a great example. Could you give us a few more phrases people can use to say no in a friendly way? It can be very difficult for people who don't want to seem rude.
You can say, thank you for thinking of me, but I have to do blank today and won't have time. Obviously, fill in the blank with whatever you have going on.
A good friend will understand. I like that. But what about more difficult feelings like jealousy or competition?
That can be tough when your friend achieves something and a small part of you feels envious.
It's a normal human emotion. I think the key is how you handle it. First, just notice the feeling without judging yourself.
Acknowledge it. Yeah.
Then, make a choice to be happy for your friend. Their success does not mean your failure. Celebrate with them.
That's a powerful thought. Okay, on the flip side, how do we support friends when they are going through tough times?
In my opinion, the most important thing you can do is just listen. You don't need to fix their problem. You just need to be there and listen without judgment.
I agree 100%. Another thing is to offer specific practical help.
What do you mean by that?
Instead of saying, let me know if you need anything, you can say, I'm going to the grocery store. Can I get you something? Or do you want to watch a movie on Friday?
That's so much better. You know, as we talk through all this, one thing keeps coming up again and again.
I know what you're going to say. Communication.
Exactly. Talking and being honest is the foundation of a good friendship. So many problems happen because people don't talk about them.
It's true. It can be scary to be honest, but it builds so much trust. And communication isn't just for problems, it's for sharing good news too.
Right. A simple thinking of you text can make someone's day.
So, to finish up, let's talk about the big picture, the power of friendship. Why is it so good for us?
Well, for starters, friends make us laugh. Life is just better with friends. And it's not just about feelings. Good friendships are actually good for our physical health.
That's right. Studies show that people with good friends tend to live longer, have lower stress, and are generally healthier.
They help us feel connected and less alone. They are the family we choose for ourselves.
The family we choose. I love that. It's the perfect way to describe it.
And that's all the time we have for today on the English Cafe channel.
We hope this discussion about friendship was helpful. Remember to value your friends. Give them a call or send them a message.
Thanks so much for listening. Join us next time and check out our other podcasts for other great English subjects.